This was never the way I planned. Not my intention. I got so brave, drink in hand, lost my discretion. It's not what I'm used to, just want to try you on. I'm curious for you, caught my attention. I kissed a girl and I liked it, the taste of her cherry chapstick. I kissed a girl just to try it. I hope my boyfriend don't mind it. It felt so wrong, it felt so right. Don't mean I'm in love tonight. I kissed a girl and I liked it. I liked it. Hello all my friends at WCReplays.com. This is Systemshark bringing to you another audio commentary copyrighted 2008 WCReplays.com. So don't go stealing it, jerks. Alright guys, I'm back with another audio commentary. We're going to be trying to make more audio commentaries more regularly now that we got a good sized audio staff to present or to produce content for you. We have a lot of new talented members. I hope you guys are enjoying Priest and Lado. Very, very talented players and very talented commentators, so I'm happy to have them on board with us. Unfortunately, I'm not as talented of a player, and I guess my commentary skills are up for debate as well. But I do like to do things a little bit differently to kind of put a little new spin on things for people. I do claim to be a very average player, probably below average, so most of the replays that I like to commentate on are not from pro replays or people who are really skillful at the game, even above average people. I'm not at that level even, so it's hard for me to commentate on that. I do, however, like to commentate on average Joes and try to give regular people put them in the limelight. As such, I'm going to try to start doing audio commentaries off of replays I find in the member replay section at WCReplays.com. There's a lot of replays that are uploaded by our members that not many people check out. I mean, common number of downloads for these replays are like 4 and 5, if that. Not a lot of people watch these replays, but there's a lot of interesting things that happen in these replays, and it's strange that I don't know why people don't watch them. They may not be as entertaining, but they're definitely informative and definitely educational. A majority of people are actually average players. They're not pros, so to be able to watch replays from average players and kind of see what strategies are working at certain levels of play. You can see what level the players are at by checking out their battle.net account or looking at their APM and different things like that. So yeah, definitely check out the member replay section. I'm going to link to it on the front part of my description here, so you can check it out there. Maybe I'll put a link to it in the like in a text document in the zip file as well. So trying to push that section of the site. Hey, if you're an average player, why don't you just submit your replays there? You can even post on the forums in the strategy sections and link to those replays there and ask for tips and hints, what I did wrong, what I could do better, what my opponent did wrong, things like that. We generally have a pretty helpful community, although it's pretty flame intensive as well at times. Anyway, while I continue to jabber on, and I don't know if jabber is a real word, get the first replay file synced up at the, let's see, 1 minute at the, let's do it at 1x speed. We'll do it at 2x speed. 1 minute at 2x speed. I got 2 replays for you. They're pretty decent sized replays, so I want to get through both of them without taking up too much of your time. And I don't want to sit here and talk for an hour long of an audio commentary. So 2 minutes, 1 minute, 2x speed. I'm going to be looking at things from the Orc's point of view in this replay. This is on one of the new maps, Road to Stratholme, and it's an Orc versus Undead. The Orc player featured in this game. Let me go. I'm going to go to the. You're going to hear my mouse click a little bit. I'm at the actual replay that was posted. This was posted by, it says Mog Skynet. And I guess he was the person who actually was playing in this one, according to his comments here. Not Yigi. I'm not even saying it right, but Skynet's. I know I've heard of that clan, so I know it must be big in something. I don't really keep up with the scene that well. And Tech 9, I know I've heard of with Yane, because he was a really good Undead player back in the day. One other thing I want to point out on both of these replays, the people who win the games actually have a lot lower APM, very considerably lower on average between both of them. Was like 70 some odd points, 72 APM less than their opponent, and the opponent lost with a higher APM. So a lot of people put a lot of worth on the actions per minute in a game, and although I think that's a good general way to think on it, it's definitely not always the case. If someone who has the highest APM isn't always going to win. if someone has 90 APM versus somebody who has like 400, chances are the guy with 400 pretty much knows what he's doing, and I would venture to say he's going to win. But I think when we get to the range of about, you know, the mid hundreds, maybe 120s to 115, maybe up into the 200s, you're kind of at that same level there. You're getting a lot of excessive clicks if your APM's higher than 200. I think. But, you know, what do I know? I'm not a big pro or anything like that, and my APM is 100 at best. So we'll take a look at that. I'm not afraid to admit it, so you guys can take that for what it's worth. Another interesting point about this replay, other than it being a on the new map, is we're going to see the Farseer being used, and rarely do you see the Farseer being used as an Orc player anymore. And we're also going to see the Orc use a pretty unique strategy, something that is not it's definitely not cookie cutter. So anyway, we talked about this game long enough. You should be at the 1 minute mark at 2x speed with the fog war off, looking at Yegi Skynet's point of view. It's the purple Orc player, and we're going to unpause here in 5 seconds. So we're going to count down: 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, unpause. Alright, we're on pause 2x speed, so it's going to move along pretty quickly here. What we're going to see here is obviously the Farseer first, who I talked about, and we're going to see a very aggressive playstyle here. Now, the Orc player is going to tech very, very quickly, and I myself have been experimenting with some fast tech strategies. What's interesting to me, I was thinking about a few days ago, or actually within the past few days anyway, that as an average player or even above average player, we can have a lot more fun with the game than the people who are above average or who are at the higher level part of this game. And here's my reasoning behind it. We can do some very funny, weird, strange strats, use different heroes, funny unit combinations, and we don't even have to be that good at controlling them, because a lot of the times they can be effective just because we've caught our opponent off guard, who's expecting maybe to play against something that's cookie cutter, or who is just maybe not as good as, you know, he's at our level or lower, you know, maybe a little bit higher anyway. So I think we can have a lot more fun because we can be experimental, and that's a big part of the fun for the game for me. So I honestly hope I don't get any better. I'd like to get a little bit better, but I don't want to become a pro. Really, really cool surround off here by the undead player who forced that Farseer, who's playing very, very aggressively, to use his TP early on here. And although the undead was teching, he didn't lose any of his acolytes, so that was a really good defensive move there. And forcing that TP earlier is really, really bad for the Orc player. However, the Orc's goal at this point in the game, since he's opting for very, very fast tech, not building any barracks, no barracks fast tech, he has to be very aggressive and keep his opponent from harassing too much at his own base. As soon as he gets scouted out, just now he got scouted out by these skeletons, the undead player knows that he's going up against a fast tech, and I don't know if he preemptively knew what was going to be going on. He's going to scout a few more times, but he ends up going the dual crypt for Ghoul Guards, which is a really good counter to what the Orc is going to be going, which is Wyverns. And you go really fast. Are they called Wyverns now, or are they called Wind Riders? I forget which version I'm in now. Anyway, the Wyverns, Wind Riders. Very interesting strat, and I like to see them in a good amount of mass, but most Orc players will not at all ever go beyond 50 food unless they have an expansion up, or if that expansion is just definitely going up, then they'll go above 50 food. Now, there's a really good strategic ideal behind that. Is Orc units, Orc is all about speed and timing, and if you delay your economy at any point by being an upkeep, that's going to really hurt you in being able to refortify your army if you happen to lose it, which in this game we're going to see that Yegi does in fact lose his Wyverns a bunch of times. It actually goes back and forth a lot, which is why I kind of like this game. Both players, you know, obviously not 100% full-on grubby, and we're not watching grubby, we're not watching, you know, I don't know, who's a good undead player? Shoot, I can't think of a good undead player at the moment. Sweet. Okay, we see Sweet. We're not watching grubby and